Welcome back to Genshin Impact. We are doing another story quest today because voice actors issues still going on. I don't even know if I really want to call it a strike anymore because it seems like it's just the company the voice actors are in is the whole entire issue. Whereas like Hoyo and the voice actors themselves are all clear. It's just that one company seems to be the major issue. I may be wrong. I don't know all the details. I've just been watching and waiting to see when all the voice acting is coming back, and I have seen nothing yet. And we have 4 stories left that I can do before Genshin just has to go on hiatus for me, because I don't know if this one might be okay. We may have 5 episodes left, but I know when we get here to Yume Mizuki, I don't know why Mizuki is in the name twice, but yeah, pretty sure the whole voice actor issue is going on when you get to that story. So that story will not be played. And like I said, I will not be playing further into the game until the whole issue is resolved. So these 5 stories are all that I have left before I go on hiatus on Genshin. But for now, we do have story. So let's go with Cyno's Lupus Aureus Chapter Act 2. Accept the quest and Oathkeeper, the mysterious letter. You and Paimon return to Sumeru to visit some local friends. Navigates. And let's go to Sumeru City. Wonder if Paimon's going to start talking after I accepted this. Oh, she was going to, but it got cut. Ah, well.
Wow, the academia sure is busy during the day.
Would you like them to be busy during the night instead?
But where should we go looking for people that we know?
Anywhere. We know a lot of people.
Traveler, Paimon.
Cyno.
Cyno! It's been so long
Almost
since
immediately.
I saw you.
Really feels like it's been forever. Actually, kind of has. You look like you've been keeping well.
As do you. You don't seem weary at all from your travels. If anything, you seem stronger. So,
Yes, I've been
what
lifting
brings you back
weights.
here?
Oh, nothing in particular.
Actually, I really haven't.
Just saw a really big mushroom
Working
on
out,
the
but
road
not
the other day
lifting
and suddenly
weights.
missed all our friends in Sumeru.
Funnily enough, we were reminiscing about you recently too. It was at a group dinner.
Who be we?
I look forward to hearing about your travels. Something tells me we must have a lot to catch up on.
Who be we?
Really? You were thinking of us too? What a coincidence!
Who be we?
Indeed. Or as I call it, the biryani factor.
Huh? That's...
You really want me to say the rest?
Yes.
Okay. It's always rice to meet stew again.
Oh, darn, he said it.
I almost forgot. He likes to be punny. I won the bet, Paimon. Time to pay up.
You like that one, huh? You must if you remember it after all this time. Admit the truth. You have long been in awe of my razor-sharp wit.
All right. Here's your 500 Mora.
Where does Paimon keep it? Thanks, Cyno. Feels good to hit the jackpot.
You're exaggerating. It's only 500 Mora.
Hey, 500 Mora is still a lot of snacks to Paimon.
Mm-hmm. 500 is a lot for Paimon.
I'll treat you to some desserts later. Anyway, I'm actually investigating a case right now.
Ooh, wants some help.
My mind is focused on work.
He's gonna
which
need
is
help.
why I didn't complete the joke at first.
A case? What happened?
And are you ever going to complete the joke?
Nothing major. But after finding out who was involved, I decided, on reflection, to handle this one myself.
Need any help?
Oh, it's someone close to
We
him.
came here to hang out, so we've got the time. You may as well take us with you, and then when you're done, we can,
Such enthusiasm.
Interesting line.
Are you worried I'll forget about treating you to some sweets if you're not around to remind me?
What? No!
Possibly.
All right, was it really that obvious?
Obvious enough. Still, it's a fine idea. You are the heroes of Sumeru. It makes perfect sense to work together.
Yay!
All right, follow me.
All right. I'd love to follow. Oathkeeper. Let's get going with it. And we start up with the follow. Follow Cyno inside. At least I hope that's where we're supposed to go. Yep, it is. Who else we gonna talk to?
Do you see him? The old man flailing around?
He looks pretty stationary.
Talk to you about the case?
Correct. His name is Cyrus, a former Spontamod sage. He taught both me and Lisa.
Huh? Cyno's teacher is in trouble?
It's ridiculous. I'm just an old man who enjoys a...
Isn't Cyrus also the name of the Adventure Guild
What sort of person targets an old retiree?
leader in Mondstadt?
Professor, I've brought some friends.
I'm MC and Paimon is Paimon.
Ah, Cyno. Now who do we have here? Hold on, let me think. A flying fairy dressed in white? A youth who does not seem to hail from this land? My goodness. You must be the legendary traveler in Paimon. I've heard all about what you've done for Sumeru.
Wow, looks like we're really famous.
Yeah, happens.
I've told him about you before. You are my friends, after all.
Aww. Good to meet you, sir. We're here to help Cyno.
That's right. Let me summarize the situation. A couple of days ago, Professor Cyrus suddenly received a threat letter.
Threat letter, not a
threat
threatening
letter?
letter.
Exactly. Who sends a threat letter to an old man like me, for goodness sake?
This is the letter in question.
Cyrus, I have uncovered your secret. If you wish to prevent it from going public, leave 10 million mora at the back door of the cafe. Secondly, don't come looking for me. You'll never find me. But I will always be watching you and all of your secrets. Finally, if you dare to report this to the Matra, there will be consequences.
Well, it's been reported in the
They sure
Matra.
didn't mince their words.
And also, I'm sure everybody in here
Clearly,
hears what
this
Paimon
person
read.
must be desperate for mora.
Seems like a...
Million more. What a joke. I'm just a single retiree with nothing to my name beyond the tomatoes in my garden. Where do people think I'm hiding 10 million more, huh? In my tomatoes?
Maybe.
There were no witnesses, so currently the letter is all we've got. So, Traveler, Paimon, let's put our heads together.
It won't hurt, will it? Ready when you are.
Paimon's ready too.
All right, take a look. Do you see anything suspicious?
Let's see. Is it the stains? Is it the back marking? Is it the wording? From Cyno's description, it sounds like the threat letter didn't come in an envelope. It was simply written on a crude piece of paper and left for Cyrus to find. The paper.
Very good. The paper has a rather rough texture. It's not the typical kind you see in most books.
Another thing is, some of these strokes look kind of blurry. Could there be an issue with the ink?
Possibly. And I bet the paper has something to do with it.
Most of the paper around here is much smoother than this, and the ink is absorbed quickly so it doesn't run. This paper, meanwhile, it's very coarse-grained. Almost as if it's made from some sort of plant matter.
It's certainly not the same paper as we use in the academia, but the ink is nothing special. Just regular black ink that gets a blue tinge when applied to paper.
So do we think the culprit has a connection with the academia or not? Wait, check this out. Looks like this part got wet at some point.
Agreed. The staining suggests it was a colored liquid, not plain water. It also looks like it was wiped off with a damp cloth.
A colored liquid, so... tea? Wine?
Or coffee.
Looks like we're thinking along similar lines.
But I was thinking tea
Let's
and
go talk
coffee,
to Arov.
not wine.
There are some things I'll need him to take care of.
Like... Matra Arav. I guess we go deeper inside. Excuse me, on my way to find Arav. And he's to the left. Alright, let's do a little flutter. Oh, never mind. We don't have to flutter at all.
Arav. Ah, there he is.
Looks like he's studying.
Mahamatra Cyno. Sir Cyrus. Ah, and the Traveler and Paimon. It's been a while.
Have we met him before? Cyno briefs Arav on the case.
As such, I'm inclined to believe that the culprit in this case is a student at the academia. Somebody young and strapped for cash. Oh, one last thing. I'd start your investigation by taking a look at the cafes in the city.
Oh, of course! You think the culprit spilled their coffee on the ladder, huh?
They do look like coffee stains to me. Also, if I'm not mistaken, the letter is written on a type of scented paper that has aromatics added during the manufacturing process. The kind often provided as writing material for customers in cafes and taverns.
Ah, of course. Yes, like they sell in the gift shops. I remember now. Zaha Hadi bought some a while back. She said she was going to use it as wrapping paper for a vase.
Understood. I'll assemble a team to investigate the points of interest immediately.
You have my gratitude.
One last thing. Send some Matra to guard the entrances and exits of Sumeru City. And change into plain clothes. Don't let them see you coming.
Will do.
Sounds almost threatening.
Great thinking, Cyno. So, where do we think the culprit's at right now?
I doubt they'd go back to the cafe.
Yeah, they've probably been lying low at home waiting to see how Cyrus reacts.
You're right, Paimon.
Really? Which part?
The culprit's approach. Whatever
He was
happens,
so
they
excited
need
about being
this
right.
Mora. But just because they warned Professor Cyrus not to go to the Matra, doesn't mean they know what he'll do next. So,
And he already
like
went
you
to the
said,
mantra.
they need to wait and see. And crucially, the culprit said they'd be watching the professor's every move.
Wait, are you saying...
They could be watching right now.
Found you!
What are you doing?
You wrote the threat letter!
Is he not jumping to conclusions a little
I
quickly?
don't know what you're talking about. What threat letter?
I sensed someone was watching us from the shadows the moment we entered the House of Dana. You managed to stay relatively well hidden for someone reckless enough to threaten Professor Cyrus. There are a lot of people here, but we were looking specifically for Arov. Whoever followed us the whole way was likely to be the culprit.
I was just listening in, that's all. You know something big's going down when Mahamatra Cyno shows up, right? So I got a little curious. What's the big deal?
You smiled when Arov left. I saw it as clear as day.
Is smiling a crime now?
There are
Maybe.
coffee stains on the letter. You mixed some coffee with water, gently smeared it onto the paper, then wiped it off with a wet cloth. All to create the impression that the letter was written at a cafe. Closing off the exits to the city doesn't affect you, because you already live here. And as long as the Matra were focused on the cafes, you would be free from scrutiny. The cafe was a red herring all along. You had to be somewhere where you could monitor the professor's movements.
You can't pin this on me. I haven't done anything.
Really? Then why are you shaking like a leaf? The innocent have no reason to fear the Matra. But you, your heart's racing, and your eyelids are twitching.
Why
You're a
was his
terrible
shirt
liar.
pulsating?
I would never.
Don't try anything or you'll pay the price.
How much it
Now
costs?
come with me.
Well, that was over quickly. Cyno already caught the guy.
There's gonna be more.
You're telling me. One minute I go out for a quick smoke, the next minute I see Arav already on his way back to meet up with Cyno. Looked like a young guy, too. Couldn't have been much more than 30. But after what he's done, I'm afraid he's ruined his whole future.
Everyone, it's all over.
Gosh, that was so
Is it really though?
The culprit's name is Uraka, a 16-year-old student in the Rataoish Darshan.
Huh?
16? Cyrus thought he looked 30-something.
We checked his records. He's 16, a third-year student.
But he looks so old.
Did he forge his papers?
Yeah, seriously.
There's an episode
Foolish
of Psych
child.
about that,
He's too young for the criminal life. What
where a
the
dude was trying to be a
devil
high
drove him
schooler, but he was
down
really
this
like
path?
30.
We questioned the culprit regarding his motives. He,
You what?
Oh, just spit it out. Nothing can surprise me at this point.
very well. It's our understanding that Araka is a mediocre student who has been underperforming in his classes. He started taking extra tutoring to improve his grades, but developed a gambling habit around the same time and lost a lot of mora. Down on his luck, he went to the tavern for a drink and overheard some people chatting about Sir Cyrus's comfortable retirement. They mentioned that he's always arguing about his tomato plants with some old woman on the street.
Some old woman on the street? Goodness gracious. Has that rascal attended a single one of his classes? That old woman is Kasharwar's very own professor, Zaha Hadi. How can he not know who Zaha Hadi is?
Is this going somewhere?
Oh, right, yes. So another thing. We don't just argue about tomato plants. And what are they trying to insinuate by comfortable retirement? A man grows a few vegetables and suddenly he's living a life of luxury?
Possibly.
Maybe it's more the fact that you have the time to grow vegetables in the first place.
Araka mentioned he'd heard a rumor, alleging that Sir Cyrus illegally obtained a large sum of money from the desert before retiring, and kept it for himself instead of reporting it to the academia. Araka believes this money to be the reason why Sir Cyrus hasn't kept up with any academic research or other projects since his retirement. And given your advanced age, he thought you'd be an easy target to blackmail.
He thought wrong.
Raka, I'm at a loss for words. I'm so angry I don't know where to start.
People make up rumors all the time. I am quite confident that Professor Cyrus has never embezzled a mora in his life.
Arav, you'll have to find some excuse to interrogate Araka again later. I need you to deliver a few firm fistfuls to him on my behalf.
I completely understand how you feel, Sir Cyrus, but I'm afraid that course of action goes against the Matra's principles.
Professor, there's no need to be childish about this.
Oh, come on. I was clearly joking.
What if he actually did do
Okay.
something?
Where does this go from here?
The academia will determine the appropriate disciplinary action against the student. And as for the individuals spreading rumors about the professor's obsession with tomatoes and some old woman on the street, there could be a slander case here. The Matra will continue to investigate.
Who said I'm obsessed with some old woman on the street? Mind your wording or you'll start a whole new rumor.
He likes her.
You seem confused. Oh, don't you understand? Uraka is just a young boy who made a very rash and very stupid decision based on some groundless rumor he heard. Besides, I didn't actually hand over any mora to him. The whole thing sounds a lot worse than it is. All it costs me is a little reputational damage. That's all.
Please rest assured, Professor, that the Academia will issue a fair and reasonable punishment.
Yes, I have no doubt about that. But as a former educator, I'd still like to have a serious conversation with the boy's parents. Their family lives in the city, yes?
Correct.
We looked into the family. Both parents are merchants, and they're often away on business. They've never taken much of an active role in their children's lives.
So, bad
What a
parents.
mess. You don't have to seal the evidence away yet, do you? I'd like to have that letter back for the time being, if possible. I need something concrete for when I talk to the family tonight. We have to show them how serious this situation is.
The relevant authorities have already reviewed the evidence and are now discussing Araka's punishment. You can hold on to the letter for now. Just make sure to return it within a couple of days.
Oh, so you'll be able to close the case in 2 days?
Give or take. Cases like this are quick to resolve.
Cyno has to know, right?
Very good. Well, thank you for all your help. Perhaps we can all go for a meal together. Oh, my treat, of course.
My apologies, Sir Cyrus, but I have a prior commitment. Enjoy the meal, everyone.
Ah, I see. Well, that's a pity. But Cyno, you have to come. You found the culprit at record speed, and I owe you for that. Ah, and isn't Tighnari in town at the moment? Bring him along, too.
Wait, you mean Tighnari's in the city?
He is. Tighnari's master, Sir Nephis, called him and Kale to the Academia to help out on a project. They should be at Nephis's office at this hour.
Yay,
Though I
more
must
friends.
say, I'm surprised you're extending an invitation to Tighnari. Did you do something to offend Sir Nephis?
Don't be outrageous. Nephis offends me all the time. It's never the other way around. Anyway,
You sure about that?
hurry up and fetch Tighnari. I'll head over to the tavern with the Traveler and Paimon. See you there. Go on now. Don't keep us waiting.
We can trust him, right? Go to the second floor of Lambad's Tavern. How is this gonna evolve into more? It hasn't even been half an hour yet, and the case has been wrapped up. Like, literally, it got wrapped up in less than 20 minutes. Be a pretty bad story if that's all it amounted to. It's not a door, right? Oh, it's just saying, like, this is the direction, since this does lead to outside. It's not like a different area like the last one. Okay. Got it. Alright, now we jump off the building. Oh, we haven't been back in here in quite a while. I could have teleported over here. Oh well. Not a big deal. In we go!
Not to brag, but we never had problems like this at Ratawa Hist back when I was still teaching. And if you don't want to take my word for it, you can ask them. They were students at the time. They'll tell you what it was like, won't they?
I was out in the forest at least 4 days a week back then, thanks to a colossal workload from Master. It wrought havoc on my poor tail, so I didn't exactly keep up to date with what was going on at the Academia. Most of what I know, I heard from Cyno after the fact.
Professor's become a lot more laid back in his retirement. He used to be far stricter, and was especially known for being extremely principled.
Wow. It's hard enough to stay true to your principles as a normal person. I can't imagine doing that as a sage.
It's a pity Kale wasn't around at the time. I would have happily taken her on as a student.
And then we'd have one more person who has to address Lisa as upper-class woman.
Really? Can't you just call her Lisa? She seems to prefer it when people treat her like an older sister.
Oh, believe me.
It's at least the
When
case
she
with
was a
us.
student, Nothing made her happier than the younger students acknowledging her seniority.
Whoa, more food? Are you sure about this? We don't want to take advantage.
Yeah, you do, Paimon.
Oh, don't worry about it. Order whatever you like. And if it's not enough, order some more. After all your help today, treating you to dinner is the least I can do.
We didn't really do anything,
I
though.
thought I heard some familiar voices. Ah, and Sir Cyrus is here as well.
Oh, Kave, it's been a while. Zahahadi was talking about you last month. How have you been?
I've been all right, thank you. You're looking very well, sir. I'm glad to see it.
Have you eaten yet? Care to join us?
That's awfully kind of you, but I had a late lunch, so I'm not really hungry just yet. I'll have dinner a little bit later tonight. I just came to Lombard's to buy some wine, and when I heard some voices I recognized, I thought I'd come and say hello. So what's the occasion, anyway? Some sort of celebration?
Something like that.
Consolation, more like. You wouldn't believe the day I've had.
Cyrus vividly recounts today's events for the benefit of those who weren't there to witness
Sounds
it.
like things have really gone downhill since I was there. My whole time as a student, I've never heard of anything remotely like that.
I can't believe how young the guy is. What are his parents going to think?
Young people are always more susceptible to making rash and ill-advised decisions. Their minds are still developing. It's just an unfortunate fact of life. But still, this boy has some nerve. Just look at what he wrote. Oh, it makes my blood boil.
Wow, yeah. Jeez.
I will always be watching you and all of your secrets. And then he just followed you into the house of Dana?
If
We
this
gotta
were my
watch.
son, oh, he'd get the scolding of a lifetime. Oh.
Luckily, I'm also an extremely principled person.
Kave! Your order's ready, sir!
Coming! I'll have to get going. Have a nice evening, everyone. I'll catch you all another time.
Okay, bye-bye!
Here I am. The coffee beans are in here too.
Yep, it's all there. I'll stop babbling away now. Let's eat before the food gets cold.
You were all busy chatting. You almost forgot about the food. Luckily, it's still hot and you enjoy a delicious celebratory meal after a crazy day. But some more is going to happen, isn't it?
Oh, too tasty. Paimon's belly is about to explode.
Oh, mine too. I'll have to walk home to burn some of it off.
Thanks for dinner, Sir Cyrus. Master Tainari and I will bring you some homemade herbal tea next time. It'll do wonders for your sleep.
Well, I look forward to that. In fact, could I trouble you to bring a little extra for the other old folks on my street? I'll be the envy of the neighborhood.
No problem at all. I'll pack some up and bring it over.
Thank you for treating us. Also, is some of that going to be for the old woman that you constantly chat up?
I'll see you all later. I better head home now and tend to the crops.
Good night, Professor. Don't let those tomatoes keep you up too late.
Hey,
They do that, don't they?
my tomatoes are serious business. I am not about to be beaten by Zahahadi. Anyway, I'll be leaving now. Don't stay up too late now, children. I bid you all a good night.
Take care. Have a safe trip home.
All right. Now, we finally have some us time.
What do you mean, us time?
Well, I was talking with Tainari and Kale, and since we all have some free time, we thought we could all go camping together. Think of it as our way of welcoming you back to Sumeru.
Oh, how nice.
Camping? Oh, that sounds fun. Paimon's in.
Yeah, sounds really fun. Time to show off my tent pitching skills.
Wait, no! That's my job! Don't take it away from me. Why don't you and Paimon help out Master or Cyno? You don't have to play the hero when you're out with us. This is your chance to just, laze around and switch off for a bit.
Pitching a tent is
Everyone,
playing hero.
Let's meet tomorrow afternoon at the riverbank to the southeast of Gandharvaville.
Something gonna
No
happen
need to
first.
bring anything. We've already packed everything for the trip.
Did you
Just
know?
bring your delightful selves and prepare to have some fun.
What if myself isn't that delightful?
We'll be there.
Great. Then we'll see you tomorrow.
All right. And wait till 14 o'clock. Oh, I thought I was going to go to 2. Well, that makes it a little easier. And it is now 14 o'clock. 14:02 to be specific. All right, where are we going?
To set off. Let's head to the southeast of Gandharvaville and meet up with the others.
Hi. Let's send them aboard to the Dendro statue. So what's going to be happening here? Something's finna happen. And down we glide.
We're here! Wow, you guys are ahead of the game. You set up the tents already.
We wanted to make sure that we
I'd
didn't
say
steal
we're
their
right
thunder.
about on schedule, actually. We were aiming to have them set up before you arrived.
So you're slacking.
Traveler, Paimon, let's go fishing together. Whatever we catch, we can grill for dinner tonight.
Grilling.
On us tonight.
I hope I can contribute too. The other forest watchers gave me some fishing tips a little while ago. I'm really looking forward to giving them a try.
I saw some very appetizing mushrooms in the area, so I gathered a few for us. I'll leave them here along with some fresh fruit.
Wow, camping with a forest watcher is the way to go. They think of everything. And even if they don't, they can improvise.
This is true. I don't think I've ever had a single rough day in this forest.
So, how has everything been going for you?
Well,
It's only been a
some
few
high
minutes.
points and low points, but we've had some unforgettable experiences along the way.
Wait, we didn't talk about all this at dinner at
I
all?
see. Oh, in that case, you should try a valberry. I bought some from the market this morning.
A valuable suggestion. Just don't bury your feelings using food.
There he goes.
All I wanted was to recommend something bittersweet.
Oh, I have a sudden craving for fruit tea. I'm gonna go fetch some stuff. Bye!
Is she trying to escape the puns?
She sure made a run for it.
She made a run for it.
Unbelievable. She made a run for it.
So Kale chose the path of tactical retreat. Could it be she foresaw what shall soon come to pass?
Huh?
My dear friend, you know what I am about to say.
Ah. It's geniusification time.
Excellent! A kindred spirit. A great warrior can sense when a duel is nigh. But it looks like we'll get told off if we start playing now. Let's enjoy the nature for a while longer.
Could this possibly turn into a geniusification TCG episode? Birds chirping away, the soothing sound of running water. This is nice. No agenda, just relax and enjoy myself. Do I have to click now? Normally it speeds through this.
We got a bite!
Wait, are we even near
I'll
No,
reel
we're
it in.
not. Say, are we even near any of the fishing rods?
Firewood, spices, snacks, and drinks. Everything's ready. Once Kale gets back, we can light up the fire and start grilling.
What if she doesn't come back? She didn't come back, did she? Where's Cyno? This is so relaxing. It's just so nice to go camping with friends. But where are the other two friends?
There are 3 tents. Which one do you two
I
want to
guess they
take?
came back and it was just all off-screen type thing.
How about the one on the left?
There's Cyno. Whatever Paimon says.
Well, Paimon just thinks the ambiance here is a little better.
True. But it's also the closest to the water. If there are any sleepwalking fungi around tonight, they might stumble into your tent.
Well, that's no good. Take my weapon. You can use it to bar the entrance.
Anyone
that's
would
not
think
necessary.
that we're sealing the gates to King Deshret's mausoleum.
Excellent. Then this tent will be an impenetrable fortress.
I'm back. How's your appetite?
That took a while.
Ready for the barbecue?
Always.
I was thinking something may have happened to her. May have given us something to do for missions.
Oh, it smells so good. Paimon's drooling.
Dueling? Really?
Someone sure is desperate to eat.
That's Paimon.
I think it's time to add the seasoning. How do you like your skewers? Well done? Medium?
I feel a joke
Rare.
coming.
Wait, what? Isn't that just for steaks?
Hey, if it works for steak, maybe it works for other things too.
Medium well for me.
Okay, these are about ready now then. It'll be a few more minutes for anyone who wants theirs well done.
You're not talking about the fish, right? He's talking about like mushrooms? Because if you're talking about you want rare fish from a river, tapeworms are a thing. Well, I'm going to dig in. Everyone wolfs down the delicious food.
Oh, that was so delicious. If Paimon's stomach had space, she'd eat 3 more skewers.
I ate a lot too. Here comes the food coma.
If you're tired, then go rest.
You must be getting sleepy too, Paimon. Why don't you guys head to your tents? Cyno and I will clean up.
Tonight, I show you mercy. Our sacred duel will take place another day.
Thank you.
Good night.
Paimon's struggling to keep her eyes open.
Oh, don't forget this. The staff of the Scarlet Sands.
I don't think it's
You
necessary.
actually being serious about that?
It's hard to
It's
know
a
when he's serious and
very
when he's not.
Powerful weapon. Try it.
Paimon can't even lift that thing.
Fair enough.
I don't
You
think
sure you
Paimon
don't
can lift
want
any of the weapons that we have.
Yeah, Paimon's sure. We'll be fine. And even if we do get an uninvited guest in the night, Paimon will be here to take care of the traveler.
That's not my sword. Let's not forget that I have my own trusty sword.
That reminds me of a parting king of invocations. I'll tell you about it tomorrow. But right now, it's time to rest. Sleep well and sweet dreams.
Thanks. You have sweet dreams too. This camping trip has really relaxed me. I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight. In the peace and tranquility of the forest, nature's warm embrace lulls you to a restful sleep.
I think they should all be here. Traveler? Paimon? Are you in there? could you come outside for a sec?
Look at this.
What?
What the? What's this sword doing here? Is it supposed to keep out intruders?
Evidently.
Huh? Who is it? Oh, what time do you call this?
Those voices. I recognize them.
Paimon's gonna take out the sword. Yeah!
Why would Paimon take out the sword? I'm going back to sleep.
Oh, hey them, Kaveh! What are you doing here? It's the middle of the night!
Huh? Why'd they come all the way out here?
Sorry to wake you up at this hour of the night, but we've got a situation on our hands.
What happened?
Let's get dressed and talk about it outside.
Something has come up. And since it pertains to Cyrus and Cyno, I deemed it essential to inform you all.
What happened?
Whoa, back up. Let's start from the beginning.
They really gotta load something, huh?
Where'd the wine cups go? I could have sworn I left them here after I washed them. Ah, there they are.
I'll have a cup too.
Can you see if the cookies are still on the table?
Like a married couple.
They are. And so are the fruits.
Oh, this is so bland. I should have gotten a few bottles of what Cyno's group was drinking last night.
Do tell. What were they drinking?
Oh, right, I forgot to mention. So, I ran into Cyrus yesterday evening when I went to the tavern to pick up some things. He was hosting a dinner for Cyno, Tighnari, Kale, and the Traveler and Paimon. Anyway, they got a bottle of Lombard's new vintage for the table. At least, I think that's what it was. It looked pretty good.
But you didn't try.
Sounds like they're all tangled up in this.
You know what it's about, right? 16-year-old kid tried to extort Cyrus. He was asking for 10 million mora.
Mm-hmm.
I heard some people talking about it on the streets, yes. Didn't take them long to catch the culprit. The sages are probably dealing with the case by now.
I wonder what Sir Nephis and the others will make of it. Oh, Cyrus showed me the extortion letter, too. It was crudely written, but the paper had this beautiful pattern on it that I've never seen before. Really caught my eye. Give me a sec, I'll sketch it out for you.
He's gonna recognize it as something else.
Okay, done. Take a look. You see what I mean? I don't think I've ever seen writing paper like this around before. God knows where the culprit got it from.
Interesting. These are all motifs associated with the tribes of the desert.
Wow.
Really?
Take this, for instance. Looks like an outline of a spire, similar to the kind found on some ancient palaces. And the crisscrossing and mirroring here. I recognize that too. It bears a striking resemblance to an ancient emblem, one that hasn't been used in a very long time.
Whose emblem is it?
King Deshret's?
It's the emblem of the Temple of Silence.
No, I think I'm wrong. He could have a connection, but I think I'm wrong.
After discussing it with each other, we both agreed that something didn't feel right, so we went looking for you. This was a long way to come from the city. Alhaitham figured you were probably with Tighnari, so Gandharvaville was our first stop. But the Forest Watchers told us that you'd gone camping. Then, just as we were heading off to the campsite, we ran into Cyno. He said he was on a supply run. We exchanged a few words, and then he ran off.
Hold on. So what's the deal with that emblem you were talking about? The Temple of Silence, you said? What is that? Should we be worried?
Maybe.
Something's up, huh? Give me a second. Let me get Kale.
Holly didn't wake up earlier with all this going on.
So you've never heard of the Temple of Silence? Well, to put it simply, it's an organization that has existed in Sumeru for over 1,000 years. These days, you can find a Temple of Silence office in the academia. Theoretically, it's responsible for the custody and disposal of information and documents not fit for public dissemination. At least, that's what they tell the outside world. In truth, it's essentially a vestigial institution nowadays. There's an office with their name on it, but it's functionally obsolete. Historically speaking, the original Temple of Silence is said to have been established by Hermanubis, one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret and the greatest of all sages. Most of the
Hermanubis?
organization's members hailed from the desert. By contrast, none of the Academia Temple's current members are from the desert region, nor do they use any symbols connected with the desert folk.
So the Temple of Silence at the Academia is just a fake? Wow.
It's possible. The real question is, why? My guess is they're covering something up.
How do you know all this? Sounds like some pretty top secret stuff.
Did you forget? He did a stint as acting Grand Sage, and kept the pay raise even after he resigned.
Oh, did he?
Oh, yeah! Paimon did totally forget about that. So you took the chance to read all the top secret documents while you were acting Grand Sage, huh?
And kept the pay
If
raise.
you're asking me whether I familiarized myself with the documentation in my office, I would respond that that's a perfectly normal part of any job.
Very true.
So much about this doesn't make sense. Why did the emblem of the Temple of Silence appear on a threat letter from an Academia student to Cyrus? The student's only 16, and doesn't have any family ties to the desert. So where could he have seen that emblem, or gotten the paper?
You said you ran into Cyno, yes? Did you tell him what you've just told us?
Yep. He ran off as soon as he heard what we said.
That makes sense
Given
of why
that
he didn't
Cyrus
come
is involved,
with
he's
them
probably
back here.
halfway through solving the case by now.
Should we go find him?
Still, we should try to catch up with him. At this hour of the night, Cyno will probably go looking for Cyrus at his current residence.
If the Academia's Temple of Silence really does exist just to cover up the truth, the sudden appearance of this emblem can't be good, and sure to stir up trouble. We should pay a visit to the Academia.
Yes. As the Sage of Amorta, my master ought to know the truth about their office. You can ask him to tell you what he knows. The more information we have, the better prepared we'll be for whatever happens there.
If this situation is connected to the real Temple of Silence, the emblem has to be part of a bigger conspiracy.
Kale, could I trouble you to send a message to the Core of 30? Tell them to keep an eye out for Cyno and Cyrus. Traveler, Paimon, you two come with me. We'll go after Cyno.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
Cyrus has been living in the city lately. He rented a place near the field so he can keep an eye on his tomato plants.
Wait, he's gonna be where I think he's gonna be.
There.
I have a feeling he's gonna be in like the back part of the city. Yep. Wait, teleport? Nope, wrong teleport. Other teleport. That teleport. The one that I had clicked on originally, but you gave me the 2 options. I don't get why. Oh, look, we're already in it. That's right, we're in it.
Here we are. This is the place.
This is the place? I've passed this place so
we
many
might
times.
be too late. Looks like nobody's home. Oh, Cyno moves fast. If he was here, he's probably long gone by now.
I know that voice. Is that Tainari I hear?
Are they neighbors?
Professor Zahahadi!
Wow, so it really is you. My goodness, whatever is going on tonight?
We're looking for Cyno. So, he's already been here.
Yes, not long ago, in fact. He knocked on my door and asked if I'd seen Cyrus today at all. I told him the old fool left early this morning, and I hadn't heard him come back. So we went to his place, and would you believe it? He's gone. Goodness knows where to. It must have alarmed Cyno, because he took off in an awful hurry after that. He never did explain what this was all about. How serious is it?
Might be pretty serious.
If Cyrus isn't at home. Oh, it sure doesn't sound good.
Professor, did you hear that a student recently tried to extort Cyrus?
Why, yes. When I left the house that day, I noticed he was watering his flowers in the field in complete silence. He had a piece of paper clutched in his hand, and he looked lost in thought. I could tell something was troubling him, but he wouldn't tell me what it was. If Cyno hadn't happened to visit him that day, he'd probably still be holding on to that thing. After seeing the letter, Cyno told him to contact the Corps of 30, but Cyrus was very reluctant. He claimed it would only damage his reputation. Eventually, he relented, after much persuasion from Cyno.
He thought it would damage his reputation?
Cyrus didn't want to report it. Well, that's strange. When we saw him, he seemed pretty okay with the idea of the kid getting his just desserts.
He wanted to silence the
Former
kid.
sage, it's possible Cyrus still has enemies at the academia. That's why Cyno was so insistent that he report the matter to the authorities. I was there while they were going back and forth over it.
So Cyrus initially hoped to stop this from going public. But why?
Because there is something that he has to hide. He only reported it because Cyno forced him to, which means Cyrus must know something about the Temple of Silence.
Oh, dear. What on earth has that old fool gotten himself wrapped up in?
Don't know, but we're gonna find out.
I do hope he's not in danger. Oh, I almost forgot. Cyno left me this letter to pass on to you. He wrote it when he came by earlier. He realized you might come looking for him.
Thank you.
What does it say? Let Paimon take a look.
My friends, this is a rather complicated state of affairs. Unfortunately, I can't disclose more than that. I ask you to understand and accept that I had to act alone at this stage. Don't come after me. Bump that! We're going after him.
My friends, this is a rather
Oh, I didn't have to read it at all.
state of affair. Unfortunately, I cannot disclose more than that. I ask you to understand and accept that I had to act alone at this stage. Don't come after me.
Yep, that sounds like Cyno. Thank you, Professor. Please do not worry. We will do all we can to protect both Cyno and Cyrus. Traveler, Paimon, let's head to the Academia and regroup.
Okay. To the Academia, let's teleport closer. Oh, but this time it only gives me one teleport. Doesn't give me two options. I see how it is. Lower. Oh, we're at this point. That's why. What did you do her? Gosh, how much lower do we gotta go? Ow. I ran out of stammies.
Wheel of life.
And there's the door. But we're still not where we need to be. Wait, is that the front entrance over there? If so, it would have been easier to teleport there. I probably should have. All right, let us in. All right. Down and to the right this time. I want to stand on tables. Oh, it didn't let me get to the table.
You're here? I thought you were going after... Ah, I guess you lost their trail.
We went to Cyrus's house. No one was there. Cyno got there before us, but he was long gone by the time we arrived.
He didn't say where he was going?
He said don't follow.
He left us a letter and told us not to go after him.
Tanari shares what you learn from Zaha Hadid.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Typical Cyno. Anyway, some updates on progress on our end. I drew the emblem from memory again, but in more detail this time.
Okay.
I checked some ancient texts for a similar design. The one I found was a little blurry, but the similarities in the general form and certain details were clear enough to confirm a match.
Yeah, and we're lucky we found anything at all. It turns out the emblem was all but lost to history. We scoured the entire Academia collection, and that book was the only one with a record of the motif.
Meanwhile, Arav managed to get Uraka to disclose his source. The one who told him about Cyrus's embezzled funds was a young man from the desert. According to Uraka, he had a striking presence and was well educated.
Apparently, the two met in the tavern over a game of cards. The guy claimed to be in the city for business, as part of a merchant caravan. Uraka was intrigued when he heard what his new acquaintance had to say, and brought up the idea of extorting Cyrus for Mora. The guy encouraged him to go ahead with it, then handed him some pen and paper to write the letter.
I see. So it could be that this person planted the paper intentionally.
So, how do we find this guy? Did Uraka say where he is?
He doesn't know. He claims not to have seen him since that day in the tavern. The man gave him some tips on how to carry out the extortion, but from then on, Uraka was acting alone.
Nephis and Arav have gone to meet the Core of 30 and review the city's entry and exit records. Also, Nephis admitted that the Temple of Silence in the Academia is just a facade. The true Temple of Silence once came to the rainforest to establish a collaboration with the Academia, but as time went by, the sages gradually became corrupt and foolish. The Temple
Sounds
of
like the
Silence felt that
Academia.
they could no longer trust the Academia and ended the partnership. They retreated back to the desert about 400 years ago. Ever since its inception, the Temple of Silence has been the guardians of King Deshret's civilization and belief system. They traveled throughout Sumeru, sequestering and guarding any wisdom that posed a threat to the people's livelihoods. At its roots, it was a legitimate and reputable organization whose purpose was to guide people towards the right path.
The Academia of the day knew that the split would damage their reputation if it became a matter of public knowledge. And so, they set up a dummy organization of their own to conceal the truth.
Not only that, but they managed to keep up the charade for hundreds of years!
So how did Cyrus become acquainted with the true Temple of Silence if they left centuries ago?
I'll bet that's the question that bothered Cyno. Probably why he went after him in such a rush.
Whoever is behind this, getting Uraka to extort Cyrus was only the first step of the plan. Their true goal in doing so was for Cyrus to see the emblem on the letter.
He must have recognized it right away. That'll be why he didn't want to involve the authorities. He probably hoped to take care of the whole thing by himself. Unfortunately for him, Cyno had other plans.
Since the desert is where the Temple of Silence originated, that is in all likelihood where Cyrus went.
I have to go after him.
Really? Are you sure that's a good idea, with how you respond to the heat? Why don't we send someone else?
I should be fine, as long as I bring plenty of water. Besides, I just can't shake this ominous feeling that if we don't catch up to them soon...
Everyone, I have news from the Core of 30.
Master!
Oh, so that's Nafis, Tainari's master? Oh, we're finally getting to meet him in person!
Hello.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Traveler in Paimon.
How thick are your glasses?
Several independent eyewitnesses have reported seeing Cyrus and Mahamatra Cyno leaving the city at different times. Both were heading in the direction of Caravan Rebat. I was
we've been
going to
there.
suggest that you join forces with the Core of 30 in this case. However, as I'm sure you've already heard from Al-Haytham and Kaveh, the Temple of Silence is involved.
Mm-hmm.
The Academia has made a number of decisions throughout history that I am ashamed to talk about. It may well be that no better choice was available to them, but those actions are nonetheless a stain on our legacy. I won't attempt to make you understand the Academia's perspective. Now is the time for action.
What about the lights and camera?
I understand where you're coming from, Master. But I'm afraid the situation might be more complicated than we thought. I think we need to keep a low profile, or risk making things worse.
Good point. If Cyrus is involved with the other side, or worse, if he's fallen into their hands,
And their hands aren't soft. Wait, no.
Everyone, we have to get Cyrus and Cyno back.
Let's agree that
safely.
soft hands are better, though.
Cannot afford to lose them.
Need our help? Whatever you need, we got you covered.
Like blankets.
Wonderful. You have my most sincere gratitude. Arav and I will continue to follow up on the lead from Uraka. Kaveh, Scribe Al-Haytham, I'd like to ask you to cover the duties of the House of Dana.
Duties.
Tainari, you're planning to go into the desert, correct?
I am. Kaveh, I'll be okay. You stay behind to help Master and I'll hate them.
Well, if you're sure. Okay. But be careful.
Thank you all. Arav, let's go.
You'd better get moving. Don't forget to ask for help when you need it.
Will do. Let's go, Tainari. Hopefully we can catch up with Cyno before it's too late.
Knowing
Don't
him,
talk like
he's
that.
probably covered a fair distance already, but we still have a shot. Let's take it.
Especially since we can just teleport. It will get us there a lot faster. This away. Caravan Ribat. Teleport. Are we going to jump right into the cutscene the moment we land here, or do we got to go a little bit closer? Jump right into it.
Okay, we made it to Caravan Ribat. Where should we go next? Maybe we should ask the nearby guards if they've seen anything.
Hold on.
I don't know about that.
Look over there.
Is that Dia?
You sure you want to brave the desert alone? I mean, it's your choice at the end of the day, but still.
It's not my first time. I'll be fine.
That is true.
Cyno.
If you're really going to go through with this,
And
then at
Candace.
least take our advice. When you're packing for your trip, budget for 5 days more than you plan to spend out there.
Makes sense. Okay, I'll go get ready.
Hold it right there,
Thought we
bucko.
might find you here. You're trying to retrace Cyrus's steps, aren't you?
Didn't I tell you not to come after me?
Uh-huh.
I thought I had a good lead on you.
Well, we
Sorry, but
teleported,
never
so.
agreed to that. Why would you go off on your own like this?
Nothing personal. It's just a complex situation. And I'd rather not involve anyone else if I can help it.
Takes a special kind of person to get Cyno chasing them all the way out to Caravan Ribat. But why so coy today, huh? You only gave us his age and description. Why can't you reveal his name? Is he Sumeru's most wanted or something?
Could end up being, depending what the situation
also, hey guys, it's been a while.
is. Oh, now you notice us?
Dia and Candace! So nice to see you. Actually, seeing all of our friends is the whole reason we're here.
You're looking well. Glad to see it.
Hehehe. Thanks.
Candace and I came to Caravan Ribat on business. We ran into Cyno as he was asking about some elderly gentleman's whereabouts. Some people say they saw him. Guess he stood out as an older guy heading into the desert alone with just a sumpter beast in tow and very few supplies. That's gotta be one heck of a story there.
Cyno, it's okay if you can't tell us anything about the case. But let us know how we can support you. We're here to help however you need. The more people we have working on this, the quicker we'll be able to find the person you seek.
No, it's not that simple. If I'm right, he'll be doing everything he can to avoid us.
We spoke with Zaha Hadid. From what she said, it's pretty clear that he wants to try and solve this on his own. It won't be easy trying to find him in the desert when he's deliberately trying to cover his tracks.
Sounds like this is far
Just gotta
more
wait for a
complex
sandstorm to
than
cover
I
them then.
imagined.
Still, if he started from Caravan Rebot, the chances are that his route took him past Aru village. You may as well ask if anyone there has seen him.
My thanks to you both. Once this is resolved, I will find a way to repay you.
Ah, come on. No need to get all serious. Just buy a round of drinks next time we're all in the city or something.
That's a deal.
All right, so, you all set?
Yes, we'll handle it from here. Thank you.
Oh, he's
again for your
accepting
help.
us, helping now?
I don't take it for granted.
All right, then we'll leave you to it. Just remember, if you change your mind and need some reinforcements, we'll be here.
And don't think you'd be imposing. You can depend on us.
Don't worry, we'll keep him out of trouble.
Alright, so go to Aru village. And we teleport again. Going right into a cutscene once again.
Hold on.
Every single teleport.
There's a
I
few
kinda like
things
it.
I'd like to clear up.
Go on.
So, after you left the campsite, we had a longer talk.
And we're having a longer talk.
Clearly, we've only scratched the surface of the Temple of Silence question. It doesn't surprise me at all that the one in the academia is a fake.
Do you have any connection with the Temple of Silence?
I do. I trust you're all aware of the spirit that gives me my power. Hermanubis, the original founder of the Temple of Silence. Due to my unique constitution, I was put through a number of trials in the desert when I was younger. Later, I met the professor, and he brought me to Sumeru City. But my memory of that time is hazy. I can't recall much. It's a good thing that Kaveh noticed the emblem on the letter. Without that, I don't know if we would have connected the dots and realized there was more to this case than mere extortion. I did not recognize that symbol at all. Whether that's because I've never seen it, or because my memory fails me, it's hard to say.
Yeah, you're right. Thank goodness for Kaveh, and for Alhaitham's diligence during his time as acting Grand Sage.
But Cyrus must have recognized it right away, right? Otherwise, he wouldn't have had any qualms about you reporting it. Oh, maybe his connection to the Temple of Silence goes even deeper than yours.
I suspect so too. Professor has never once mentioned the Temple of Silence in conversation. And whenever the conversation turns to Hermanubis and the concept of spirit indwelling, he avoids going into any depth.
Why?
Well, speaking of avoiding things, you do realize, don't you, now that we've caught up with you, you're stuck with us for the rest of the way.
Ha! Sucker.
I am aware. And I have accepted it. Or rather, I don't see how I could manage to ditch you en route, so I might as well accept that you're coming with me.
That's right. Fact is, we're coming with you whether you like it or not, so the best option now is to try to look out for each other. Ha!
You can't get rid of us.
Fair enough. Then at least let me buy you a drink once we're back in the city.
Works for me.
Ooh-wee-oo.
All right, off we go. Let's start by seeing what the guards here can tell us.
Guards, have you seen Old Man?
Mahamatra Cyno?
I'm looking for someone, so I'd like to confirm any recent foot traffic in and out of Aru village.
Cyno describes Cyrus's appearance and provisions.
A man matching that description passed by Aru village not too long ago. He stopped by to load up on food and water and feed his sumpter beast, then he was on his way.
Where was he going?
Let me think. He took a seat by the entrance of the village for a while, and had a brief chat with the person who came to deliver the water. He said he was headed somewhere near an oasis, but he didn't mention which one. Do you have a map? I can mark out the direction he was heading and the best routes to any nearby oases.
I have one. Mark away.
Great. There you go.
Thank you so much. You were a great help.
You've got a really good memory.
Ah, you're quite welcome. Just doing my job. Best of luck. I hope you find him soon.
Thanks. All right. Can we teleport even closer? Yeah. We can. I know this oasis. Because I've had to teleport over to here many times so that I could battle the Dendro hypostasis. Ooh, I want to get a boosty up. Little boosty. No, I go right over top of the joint. Maybe we can teleport? Come on, give me the thing. Give me the thing. There we go. What do we have over here? And what's that over there?
Hold on.
Holding.
I see some people over there.
I noticed them as well.
Do you think it's safe to ask them what they know?
You can give it a try.
I'll go.
No. I'll do it.
Huh? Why can't Cyno go talk to them? What difference does it make?
Because it'll probably go 0 to 60
Given
in a
my
hurry.
background, appearance, and the way I dress, I might not be the most welcome visitor here. Just in case, it's probably better to let a more neutral party handle things.
Ah, hello there. I hope I'm not interrupting. My friend and I are looking for an elderly man who's gone missing around these parts.
Friend singular.
Any chance I could ask you a couple of
Ooh.
questions?
You met him before.
Oh, a missing person, huh? Sure. What do you want to know?
I'm just wondering if you've seen him. Let me give you the details.
Is his name Seth?
So, a silver-haired guy in a long robe, culture type with thoughtful eyes, and he's traveling alone.
He'd stand out like a sore thumb around here.
Yeah, sounds like the kind of guy we'd remember if we saw him.
He's looking behind me.
Uh-oh. That guy's looking our way.
Your friend over there stands out a lot, too.
Yeah, he's the Mahamatra.
Hey, aren't you Cyno, the General Mahamatra?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's me.
You don't seem surprised that I recognized you.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, you're the one looking for the old man who's gone missing, aren't you?
I have a bad feeling about this guy.
Someone's on edge. You don't trust me much, do you? No need to hide it. I understand why you're wary of us. Still, you came to us asking for help. Do you want it or not?
I thought you were a group of merchants. Seems I was mistaken.
Your henchmen don't look like much, but something tells me they put up a better fight than most mercenaries.
Hey, hear that, guys? You're my henchmen now.
Suits me, as long as I get paid for it.
Just cut to the chase already. I'm running out of patience.
Oh, you had some?
All right. Come with me. All of you.
Where are you taking us?
Don't you want to find your friend?
Yes.
Silver-haired, long robe, culture type with thoughtful eyes? Sounds like there's a whole other side to Cyrus I didn't know about.
So you know where he is?
Just follow me. I'll take you to him.
And follow the mysterious person. That's definitely a playable character. And that we've interacted with before in an event. I didn't expect him to stop so suddenly.
And here.
What? Where are you looking? There's nothing here.
Please step back.
Whoa, something's coming out of the ground!
At the Temple of Silence.
What is this enormous building doing here?
Hiding.
How was it so well hidden? King Deshret's technology?
Wait, so... Hold on, who are you guys really?
Is this the Temple of Silence? So you're a member?
All good questions. There'll be plenty of time to address them later.
All right. Enter the mysterious area. Let's go. Huh? Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I pressed G instead of F.
This is not what Paimon was expecting to find in the desert, especially not hidden right next to an oasis.
There's a lot hidden in this desert, though.
Oh, Paimon's scared. They must have kidnapped Cyrus. Do you think this is the guy Raka met in the tavern?
What's wrong? Thinking about your professor?
I just hope for your sake you haven't done anything you might regret.
Me too. Hope I haven't done anything to incur your wrath.
He's poking the bear. Or the Anubis. Which Anubis is... Dang it, wrong button. A jackal-headed god, right? That's what the animal is? Jackal-headed? A jackal head? I don't know. I don't really see many jackals in my life. So we gotta talk to the mysterious person who somehow ran all the way ahead of us. Interesting design on that door. That's pretty common for mysterious doors in this game. Ooh, lights! In we go. Books. How do these books not disintegrate?
All right. You can wait here for now.
Why would
I'll
we?
inform our leader that you've arrived at the Temple of Silence. Sit tight until he comes to greet you.
How tight must we sit?
So he's just gonna leave us here unattended?
Seems like it.
Maybe we're not being kidnapped after all.
They can't have been at the oasis by chance. They were waiting for us. Whoever the leader is here, they were obviously counting on us showing up.
So this is the Temple of Silence. After leaving the rainforest, they hid themselves here?
Hey, look! That guy's coming back.
Don't worry. Someone will come and call for you soon.
What's your name?
Got magazines for us to read in this waiting room? Please, at least tell us what to call you.
Sorry, guess I was so delighted to see you, I forgot to introduce myself.
Guess so.
My name is Sethos.
Sethos.
I'll be here if you need me, but I'm not planning
Left
on
off the
answering
os.
all of your questions.
Why not?
Other than that, you can occupy yourselves however you see fit.
Do you have some
So
magazines?
we're free to explore by ourselves.
Yep. I mean, I'm not worried about you running off. Cyrus is here. And unless I've misunderstood, you're all quite anxious to see him again.
Some of that.
He's right. Well, if we've got some time, we might as well take a look around.
Read some books. Alright, let's see. I guess we'll talk to them.
I never imagined that the true Temple of Silence would be hidden somewhere like this. We've passed through these parts before, but never noticed anything.
That's King Deshret's technology for you, I guess. It borders on the miraculous. Amazing to think that it's been preserved intact all this time.
We should be wary of our hosts. Still, at this point, we can be confident that the professor is safe and sound. So that's something.
How can you be so confident that he's safe? And Sethos.
Hey, Sethos. Have you got some time to chat?
Sure. Although, I'm assuming by chat, you mean you have questions for me?
Pretty much.
I don't blame you. Anyone else would.
So, you get a lot of people asking you questions?
Not often. The Temple of Silence is a place of quiet and solitude. We don't get too many visitors.
You were the one who tricked Uraka, right?
Yes, that was me. Although, tricked is a stretch. He was asking everyone in the tavern about ways to make some easy money. He insisted that nothing was off the table, even if it broke the law. So, I told him that Cyrus had embezzled a large sum of mora from the desert.
So you framed Cyrus for a crime that he did not commit?
No. That's not entirely true. Let me jog your memory. The letter just said that he had uncovered Cyrus's secret. It didn't say what secret that was.
Did you tell him that he was... Did you tell him to use that wording?
Of course. Uraka was a great accomplice, really. Very cooperative with a little bit of wine in him. Did exactly what he was told. Not much of an original thinker, though. It doesn't surprise me that he struggles academically.
Why did Cyrus leave for the desert as soon as he received the letter?
You'll have to ask him that one yourself. Certain things I can't answer for him. I'm neither judging nor defending him. All you need to know is that he recognized our emblem, and it was his own choice to take the bait.
You know Cyno?
What kind of question is that? He's the General Mahamatra. Everyone in Sumeru knows who he is.
Right, but back at the Oasis, you can't have known who he was for sure, or you wouldn't have asked him. So, what we're really asking is, have you never seen him in person before?
I've lived in the desert my whole life. Guess you could say I've never had the pleasure.
He's been in the desert before, though.
Why does Paimon feel like this guy's not being straight with us?
Maybe he's not straight.
Come on, we've only just met. If I give you all the answers up front, you'll have nothing left to look forward to.
Are you sure about that? Have you ever been to the academia?
Nope, not once.
Really?
I have no need to go there. Not when the taverns are full of the Urakas of this world. Besides, we're well aware of what goes on at that place.
Are you saying you have spies inside the city?
Spies? It's not as clandestine as that. The city gates are wide open. Anyone's free to walk in. You can find out all you need to know just by walking around town and hearing the word on the street.
That's all I wanted to ask. Why do they keep bringing the questions back? I almost asked about Uraka again, except for I read the question and I was like, we already asked that, though.
Ah, here he is.
Was she the one the professor was talking to when we first met him? She was wearing academia clothes.
Grandfather, the person you wish to see is here.
Well done, Sethos. Greetings, one and all. I am Ba Moon, the current leader of the Temple of Silence. I know why you are here, and I thank you for your patience. Bring him out.
Professor!
Cyrus, are you okay?
That seems like a no.
Watch what you're doing.
Oh, my apologies. We have no intention of causing you distress. But you must understand, Cyrus is of great importance to us. We had to find a way to bring him back to us. Cyrus owes me his life, and to the Temple of Silence, he owes a debt of gratitude. I let him go a long time ago, but now, the time has come to demand payment.
I wanted to end my feud with this old bag of bones before you caught up with me. But you got here so quickly. Just leave, Cyno. This is a matter between us two old men. You're all
What's the
too
issue?
young to get involved.
What's the issue?
That's why you didn't want to report the letter. You'd made up your mind to come here from the beginning. You only left in such a hurry to try and throw us off your trail.
Some things in life catch up with you, no matter what you do.
What did you do?
You shouldn't have come. That alone brought the others.
Cyno didn't make us do anything. We came here for the same reason he did. To rescue you. We'd appreciate you telling us the truth. Otherwise, it seems a little unfair on everyone who had to stay behind.
My secrets are secret for good reason. Bringing them to light can only lead to misfortune.
You're afraid, aren't you? You can't bring yourself to speak of your past deeds to the students you nurtured as if they were your own children. You recognized our emblem because for many years you lived among us. Indeed, you all but became one of us. You knew as soon as you saw the letter that we, not Uraka, were the ones speaking to you. It threatened you only because you know what you did. Your own guilt convicted you.
What
For
did
you,
he do?
Cyrus, are a traitor. You once shared your learning with us, and joined us in our mission to revive the might of Hermanubis, to bring new hope, new opportunity. But then, you betrayed us. You bargained for your independence with your past contributions. And then you left, taking with you Hermanubis' might and the wielder of his power. We both know what I said to you that day. That as the leader, I grant you permission to leave, but that one day, the sands of time will catch up with you. And when that day comes, you must pay the price you owe.
You really know how to hold a grudge.
Hermanubis' might? And the wielder of his power?
Does he mean you?
Yeah.
Professor.
It's been established that
anything to say?
That's what he has.
The moon is right. I came here once before. He rescued me from the brink of death once, many years ago in the desert. When he learned that I was a scholar, he invited me to come here and revive the might of Hermanubis together. It was a great, daring plan, and one shrouded in secrecy. The Temple of Silence had been bereft of Hermanubis for too long. The strength of its faith and its warriors were waning. Bamoon proposed that we implant bar fragments, shards of Hermanubis, into the bodies of suitable vessels. If the experiment was successful, the spirit of Hermanubis would then dwell within the vessel. Many believers volunteered themselves for the experiment. But we soon discovered that the bodies of grown adults could not withstand Hermanubis' power. In the end, Bamoon offered his own adoptive grandson. One other child was identified as a suitable vessel, and his parents agreed to release him into our custody in exchange for a small fortune. These two children were our only hope for hosting Hermanubis' power.
For many years, the Temple of Silence had been in possession of 2 Ba fragments from Hermanubis. As remnants of his raw power, they were exceedingly rare treasures. The test subjects were sent into a room that had been prepared for the ceremony and instructed to approach the Ba fragments, whose power had been amplified. If, after some time, this power did not repel them, this would mean that they were suitable vessels. The original plan was for a 3-stage experiment: resonance, implantation, and recovery and observation. The resonance stage went quite smoothly for both candidates. As the second stage began, I realized a decision had to be made. Should we implant the fragments one at a time? This would allow us to monitor the results after the first round and adjust our plan accordingly. Or alternatively, we could implant each fragment in a different vessel at the same time and compare their effects. But as I was deliberating, both Ba fragments suddenly became active. They glowed with a light we had never seen before. I knew that if they were not implanted right away, they would disintegrate and be gone from the world for good. Our 2 vessels had both displayed great promise by successfully resonating with the fragments. Under the circumstances, the thought of implanting both fragments into the same vessel seemed out of the question. To preserve our faith and our power, we implanted each of them with a single fragment.
Ultimately, I ended the experiment and left, taking one of the children with me.
In recognition of your past contributions, I chose not to send someone to hunt down and kill you both. Your lives were spared, but I have paid a great price for your betrayal ever since. I have always wanted to see you, Cyno. Losing you and your Ba fragment dealt us a devastating blow.
I don't think he owes you anything.
Ever since you left.
I see. So that's how I gained my power.
Look,
Cyno owes that guy
I
nothing.
borrowed your Ba fragment for a decade or so, and now you are seeking justice. If you want to take my life,
Justice? They did
so
human
be it.
experiments on children.
I'm an old man now anyway. But you cannot lift a finger against Cyno. He is the General Mahamatra. Your actions would be seen as a declaration of war against the Academia.
I'm sure you don't remember anymore, dear Cyno, but you've met us all before. You were so young then, when we all gathered around and celebrated the revival of our Lord. You and he, Sethos, you were our final hope.
You'd like me to return my power?
As a follower of Hermanubis, I have allowed this power to remain in the rainforest for far too long. Now, it is time to reclaim it.
That power is not yours to reclaim. Cyno was chosen by the gods. You cannot take what they have bestowed.
You are wrong. Cyno was chosen, but he was not the only one. My child, Sethos, has the same gift as he.
So those are your terms for freeing the professor?
Despise me all you want. My sins are my own.
At least you
Temple
know.
of Silence is an innocent party. It is because of my foolishness all those years ago that the Temple's glory has waned. And now I must take responsibility for the decision I made back then.
By having
what
other
you're
people
saying
take
is
the responsibility.
The power of one Ba fragment is not enough?
You're asking me to return the one in my possession, so it can be implanted in him instead?
Divine power causes great suffering to those who wield it. How do you know that Sethos would be able to withstand it?
He is no longer a small child. But regardless, this burden
Can you
is
say it doesn't
ours
work on
to bear.
adults?
And your objections mean little, given that you turned your back on us long ago.
Both my heart and mind are telling me that what you are proposing is a terrible idea.
Mm-hmm.
However...
Don't listen to him, Cyno. That power is no more yours to give than it is his to take. You have to understand.
I know. But if this is a question of your freedom versus a fragment of power, then... There is nothing to debate.
Sorry to interrupt, but in my view, there are a number of contentions here that still need addressing. Say that Cyno refuses to return his power, and you also refuse to release Cyrus. Then, we are at an impasse. I find it hard to believe that you went to all this effort without planning for that possibility. You're trying to gauge where we stand while keeping your remaining cards close to your chest. Well, my stance is, put the rest of your cards on the table. Then we can have a discussion.
We're gonna play Genius Invocation TCG.
So, we have a descendant of the Valukashuna in our midst. Splendid.
Here he is, just thinking about power more and more.
Fate smiles upon us after all.
Nah, I think it frowns.
We have longed for, Hermanubis will provide. Perhaps this very day we.
Huh. Sounds like it dropped dead. Oh, nope, he's still alive. Give him a moment. He might drop dead any second.
Why is he coughing so much? He looks like he's in really bad shape.
Yeah, it is. Bamon's condition is critical. He must have been forcing himself to act strong. I know I said the name wrong. I don't care. I'm going to say them wrong. His eyesight must be failing him too. Otherwise, he would have noticed Tanari's ears right away.
Bamoon, you...
Take our leader back to his room.
Sethos, you must...
Grandfather, I know what you wish to say. Leave this in my hands. I don't like to drag out conversations, so I'll just cut to the chase. Had Cyrus not stopped the experiment all those years ago, the plan would most likely have been a success. The wisdom of Hermanubis would have been ours. Still.
And?
It's no use talking about what-ifs. We cannot change the past.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like my grandfather.
Good.
The Temple of Silence has a grand legacy and a sacred duty to fulfill.
That duty.
So it's somewhat inevitable for the leader to have an inflated sense of self. But I see things a little differently. I don't believe the temple has the same stature that it once did. Time has worn away at its prestige and changed things almost beyond recognition. So I'm not going to force your hand. You're all free to leave. Except for Cyrus. My grandfather gave him his chance once. And now I'm giving the rest of you yours.
You have courage and wise judgment, kid. Reminds me a lot of Bamoon in his younger years. I truly wish that the temple would take an objective look at the academia of today. You've been to the city yourself. I'm sure you've seen that much has changed for the better. And things will only continue to improve. Why not consider cooperating with the academia once more?
If you hadn't betrayed my grandfather, I might well be open to persuasion. But it's a bit too late for that now, Cyrus.
Why?
Tighnari made a good point earlier. He said there has to be more to your plan than this, and I agree. All you and Ba-Moon are after is the Ba fragment. The professor will accept whatever fate you deem fit for him out of a sense of guilt. I am the one who has a choice to make. And that's how it was always going to be. Ultimately, you want to trade the Ba fragment for the professor, correct?
I'm glad to see you're giving it some serious consideration.
I won't forsake my professor. Nor do I intend to run from a problem that I must face sooner or later. Give me one night to make my decision.
That works. Then I'll be waiting to hear your verdict, Cyno. Oh, my grandfather still has a fair few things he wants to say to Cyrus, so I'll be escorting him back now.
Are you sure about negotiating with him?
I need to think this through. Everyone, let's meet again later tonight. Until then, take some time for yourself.
Alright, well, don't put too much pressure on yourself, Cyno. If you need any help working things out, just come and find us.
All right. And now we gotta wait until 8 p.m.
So I wrote it in the rhyme. The Reverend Doctor got an 8K, wet working. The roaches get the rays sprayed. My weak rhyme, my body, your best verses on game day. I touch the crowns of self-entitled kings. You leave the heat like LeBron when I melt your idols' vital things. This is Malcolm and Martin, Million Man March in Sparta, mixed with a legion of angels surrounding sons and daughters. Simon Peter with a desert eagle, waving it at Caesar. So if I was you, I probably wouldn't mention me either.